There's something about travel that just inspires me and fills me with inspiration, possibility. I get like infused with creativity and determination. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your GenX Big Sister. I have been talking about the subject of pretirement, which is like the 10 to 15 years ish before you retire. And I talk about anything that has to do with that for women over 45, all the things, all the topics. But today, for a second, I want to talk about travel. I am taking a trip tomorrow to meet up with a client, a group from a client company that I am currently working with, and I'm only going to be gone for a couple of days. But I haven't even thought about packing yet. I haven't even thought about what I want to pack. Uh, kind of tough because I'm sort of limited on wardrobe and stuff that I have with me. One of the one of the potential downsides of the nomadic lifestyle is you may not have the thing with you that you would like to have or that you kind of need at that moment. It might be back in your storage unit. So some of my wardrobe that I wish I had with me for this trip. So anyway, all that to say, I haven't even packed yet. I haven't even thought about it. And the more I travel and the more I move around, the less of a big deal tr- packing and preparing to travel has become. I kind of have it down to a system. Uh, as a nomad, I use packing cubes a lot, not just for travel, but also in between travel. When I'm staying in different places, I can categorize my clothing by packing cube. So that is very, very helpful to me. But last November, when I went to Thailand and I documented that journey primarily on Instagram, but then I also reposted it in a shorts series here on my channel about Thailand. And I shared a lot of my experiences and my lessons. And one of the things that I talked about was the fear and the anxiety that I was experiencing as I traveled leading up to the trip and then during the actual trip. Um, Especially like uh, any any moments of uncertainty that I had during that trip. And it was very jarring for me, and I had to learn to regulate my nervous system and learn how to continue to like acknowledge the fear, deal with it, and then still move towards the experience. So I also wanted to share that traveling in general has like the opposite effect on me. I mean, I love going to airports. Which is one of the reasons why I tend to get to the airport early. I tend to get there quite a bit early, partly because like I like to be early and I like to make sure that I'm on time for the flight. But I also just like airports. I like airport lounges. I like getting a drink before the flight. I like, people watching. I like anticipating the trip that I'm about to take. I like getting on the plane. I like being on the plane and, listening to books and stories and podcasts while I'm traveling. I like looking out the window, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because when I'm actually traveling, like when I'm at the airport or on the plane or whatever, it almost feels like a luxurious time out. I talked about permission to pause, permission to take a break. It feels like it is ordained time that you can just think and, dream and goal plan and look at the possibilities. I don't know, like my limiting beliefs and my insecurities and the things that I'm unsure about seem to dissipate when I am en route for a trip and when I'm traveling. I start to envision a larger than life version of my life. Like I start to feel like I am, just living on a very positive, energetic level. So, yes, some of the logistics of travel can be a hassle and can be stressful, absolutely. But in general, the positive side, I mean, first, it's like a freaking miracle to be able to travel in this way and to be able to make my way around the world and to see new things and visit new places and meet new people and to be able to do it on my own and to be able to, the privilege to be able to afford to do that and to be able to have a passport that allows me to do that is very freeing. And I'm I'm trying not to let the uh, some of the current world events deflate that spirit because I enjoy being filled with hope and gratitude and just positive anticipation. So that's what I'm going to do these next couple of days. So even though it's a quick trip, like I travel one day, I have a 1 day meeting, then I'm traveling back. But even those 2 full days of travel, I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to, visit the lounge. I'm going to kick back. I'm going to have a glass of bubbly, which I rarely do otherwise. And I'm going to listen to an audiobook. I have to pick out a good audiobook to keep me engaged and just sort of enjoy the time and the privilege of being able to travel from place to place. What is your relationship with travel? Do you travel a lot? Do you travel a lot for business? Do you travel a lot personal? I know that when I was working for a company, I grew weary of traveling for business, uh, and that kind of had a negative impact for me. Uh, like in my early career, when I started traveling for business, I would try to figure out a way to like enjoy the local area while I was there. And then years into my career, I just wanted to get in and out, get there and get home as quickly as I possibly could, and had less of an appetite and less of a desire to, soak up the destination. So what's your experience? What's your experience with personal travel, with business travel? Does it fill you with hope? Does it fill you with possibility? Do you get excited by it? Or does the stress and the anxiety of it overshadow? And if so, what do you do about that? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that and to see what we have in common and what differences we have. That's what I love about this group. Inevitably, on any particular day, I'll get a comment from someone sharing an experience completely different to what I've experienced, which I find fascinating and interesting and still validating, because I still find it validating that we have connections of commonality and then points where we are beautifully different as well, diverse. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X Big Sister. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Your Gen X Big Sister signing out.